What is up, team? Welcome back to the work method. Welcome to day 8 of the intent program. We have an upper body pull workout in the books for today. Let's hop into our 3-minute AMRAP warm up and then we'll jump into that first exercise. We're gonna be on our belly. We're gonna start with 10 reverse snow angels. So you're trying to keep the hands off the ground. You're coming up overhead, squeeze those shoulder blades back and together. Then we're gonna do 10 prone overhead reaches and then 10 arm circles forward and 10 backwards. So it's gonna look like this. 3 minutes on the clock, hands off the ground. You're gonna reach overhead and then back down for 10 reps. Then you can do 10 overhead reaches. And then from there, we're gonna hop up. You can stay on your knees if you want to, and do 10 big arm circles forward, 10 in reverse, and we'll get into it. Any questions? We good? 10-second countdown, team. 3 minutes on the clock. We're gonna go through that as many times as we can. Just try to get that upper back, shoulders nice and loose. Get ready to do this pull workout. 3, 1, and work. 10 reps. Nice and slow. Then 10 overhead reaches. Hands off the ground, shoulder blades backing together. Then 10 big arm circles forward, 10 in reverse, 10 crosses. Really try to open up the chest, nice and slow. And in reverse. And you're gonna cycle through as many rounds as you can in this 3-minute clock. A minute 40 left. Woo. Should really feel those shoulder blades starting to, or the upper back kind of burning a little bit on those overhead reaches. Kind of getting that whole scapula warmed up here. Think about pushing that apart, pulling it together. "45 seconds, team." "25 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1, and rest, team. All right, so first exercise up. We're going with the same format as yesterday. So we're gonna do 15 reps of a bent over dumbbell row every minute and 15 for 3 sets. So we're gonna set a minute and 15 on the clock. We're gonna try to do 15 reps of bent over rows. Your only rest is the remainder of that minute 15, and then we complete that same exercise again. So this is high rep, and it's a pretty quick turnaround, so you're not gonna be able to go as heavy as you normally would. For the dumbbell row technique, feet are pretty narrow. We're gonna brace our abs, hips go back. We wanna try to get our upper body as perpendicular, as parallel to the floor as we can. So the more you're standing up, the more you kind of hit your upper traps. We wanna get as bent over as we can. We can bend those knees a little bit, and we're gonna try to drive those elbows back towards our hips. Keeping your elbows tight to your side. almost start out a little in front of your body and then drive back. The head of that dumbbell is kind of sitting out here, and then I'm going back with it towards the hips. 15 reps. I'm gonna go with 30s to start, see how I feel, and then bump up. Remember, this is week 1, team. Track our weights in the Train Heroic app, and every week we're gonna build. 10 seconds, any questions? 15 reps here, coming up. In 4, 2, 1, and work. Dumbbells out front, squeeze. Big stretch at the bottom. All right, 40 seconds, team. I'm actually gonna stay with the 30. That's gonna catch up to you quick at 15 reps. And just a little heads up, the final set, we're gonna try to do an iso hold at the top for the remainder of the minute 15. Optional little intensifier. I'll explain that to you after the next set. 15 seconds, team, same thing, another 15 reps here. Make sure you're getting a deep stretch. We want those shoulder blades coming apart and then driving them back together. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and work. Woo! All right, team. Final set, optional intensifier. After you hit your 15 reps, you're gonna try to bring those dumbbells up and hold them isometrically here for as long as you can. Even if you only get like 10 or 15 seconds, that's fine. Just squeeze and hold as hard as you can, and then rest the remainder of that minute 15. It's a little bit of a burnout. You should be feeling this all in your lats, right underneath your arms. 10 seconds, team, last set. Let's get it. Optional intensifier at the end. Hold. In 4, 2, and work. Hips back. Another 15 reps. Come on. I'm trying to hold. Shoulders down. Woo! I'm going down for a second, back up. Oh, all right. Oh. Whew. Once you've hit that kind of failure point, you come down, drop it, rest for the remainder of the time. Let's get ready for the next exercise. So, we got 8 seconds to finish, team. Grab a bench if you have one. 3, 2, 1, and work. So if you have a bench that goes on an incline, you're gonna wanna grab that. This time we got the same format, except we got 2 exercises back to back. So it's a minute 15 of one, your only rest is the remainder of that minute 15, and then we hit another one for 115. Once that's done, we go right back to the first one. This exercise, we're doing a single dumbbell close grip row for 15. Everything's 15 reps. So this one, if you have heavier dumbbells, comes in handy. If you don't have heavier dumbbells and yours are too light, you can squeeze 2 of them together and do a close grip row. I'm gonna grab a heavy dumbbell, maybe like a 60, I'm gonna grab both hands on it together and I'm gonna row up, pause, stretch. So I'm grabbing both hands. They can overlap, they can go on top of each other. I'm getting a big stretch at the bottom and then I'm squeezing and holding. I want a little pause at the top. Nice and slow down, squeeze. Dumbbells hitting your chest. 15 reps. I'm gonna go with a 70 there probably. Pick something challenging because you're using two hands at once, or you can do two lighter dumbbells and hold them together and pull. We need a little more rest than this. That's our first move, 15 reps. Second move is a dumbbell straight arm seal kickback, and we're gonna go kind of in a Y motion, like so. So if you have a bench, you can do it on there. If you don't have a bench, you can do this bent over. You're gonna bend over, you're gonna rotate your hands back a little bit, pointed backwards, and you're gonna kick straight back in a V motion. You take a little bit of the low back or a lot of the low back out of it and you can really isolate the lats if you do it on a bench. And you drive back, nice and slow down. Only come up to about in line with your body. Think about squeezing those lats. You're gonna go light on that probably. I'm gonna go 15 pounds. Any questions, team? 15 reps each, you got 1 minute and 15 for each movement, and we're going 3 sets. Let's do it, 12 seconds. Close grip rows coming up, 15. Try to get that pause at the chest. 15 reps in 4, 2, 1, and work. Squeeze, pause. Big stretch. Oh, I feel that after those rows. All right, team, we're back to the seal straight arm kickbacks with the bench or standing in about 20 seconds. 15 reps here, guys. Try to control the descent. So when you squeeze back, try to control it on the way back down as much as you can. In 7, 4, 2, and work. 15. Come out a little bit like a V. Woo. Oh. 35 seconds, team. We are back to the top. We got another set of 15 close grip rows. Up your weight if you can. It should be pretty damn challenging by that 15 rep. If you're sandbagging your way through it, or if you don't have a heavy enough dumbbell, use 2 and just try to keep the elbows flared and wide. 12 seconds, team. Another set of 15 coming up. I'm actually gonna put the left hand on top now, right hand underneath, and alternate. 1, and work, 15. Big stretch, pull, squeeze. All right, team. 30 seconds to finish. On the last set of that one, which is the next set, we're gonna try to do that same isometric hold at the top optional intensifier. If this is feeling super challenging to you, skip the optional intensifiers. It's for the people that have been hitting it hard for a while and looking for a little extra juice. 10 seconds, team. Straight arm kickbacks for 15. In 5, 3, 1. Let's work. 15 reps. Control. Feel those muscles work. Should be all in the lats. Woo. 25, team. Final set coming up. Come on, let's get it. Isometric hold at the end for as long as you can, if you can. 15 reps. In 10. 8. Woo, come on. 3, 2, 1. 15 rows. Close grip rows. Hold at the top. Stretch at the bottom. Whew. Taking a little rest before I do the 30 seconds, I'm holding. Whew. Oh. 20 seconds, team. We got straight arm kickbacks. In 10. Final set, 15. No holds here, guys. This one's just 15 straight reps. 2, and work. You got the full minute and 15 to finish. Oh. 30 seconds, team. Woo. Then we got a couple minute break, recover, and we'll get into our third circuit here. Throw my weight back before I kill myself on it. Seven to finish. 3, 2, 1. And rest, team. All right, so we got one more circuit just like that one. If you have a bench, you're gonna still stay here. You're gonna keep it there. And you're actually gonna put it on a slight incline, maybe about 60 degrees if you have an incline. If you don't have an incline bench, I'm gonna show you a standing alternative. So we're going same format. A minute 15, 2 exercises back to back, same thing. First move is a dumbbell good morning. We're gonna hold the dumbbell up on our chest or on the back of our necks. We're gonna go for 15 reps. This is a heavy low back exercise, so we don't wanna rush this. We don't wanna go past failure too much on this. So we're just trying to think about bracing our abs. Feet are pretty narrow. We're gonna push those hips back, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Feel those hamstrings load up and drive up. We don't want the low back to round out, so we're trying to keep a good posture and just push through those hips and then drive up. 15 reps, really feel those hamstrings. Then from there, we're going to a little bit different curl alternative here. It's like an incline curl, a little bit of a twist though. So you're gonna lie back, we're gonna have your arms not locked out totally, and you're gonna do a little bit of a crunch and sit up. So actually, you're not really crunching, you're just kind of sitting up. You don't even have to have your bench on an incline. You're going here, and you kind of just sit up. It just gets a little greater contraction in the biceps, and then as you lean back, the arms go straight, and then you drive back up. 15 reps. Don't let the elbows ever lock out here. We're trying to keep constant tension here, and then drive up as you sit up. Any questions, team? Let me pause that for a second. If you don't have a bench to do this on, you're just gonna do a standing curl like so, except I want you to try to get your arms up as high as you can this time, and then back down, never touching out, and then drive up. Nice and slow down. And get those elbows high. If for some reason this doesn't feel good to you, you can do the standing option too. That's a little bit unique, this one. So the bottom one, we're just never locking out, and we are actually trying to rotate those elbows up. Trying to get as short a distance between here and here, which is a little bit different feel than what we've done in the past. Questions, team? Let's do it. Dumbbell, good morning. I'm gonna start with a 40 here. See how I feel, see how the low back feels, and then work from there. In 7, 5, 3, 2, 1, and work. Rack up that dumbbell, abs tight, 15 reps. Push those hips back towards the wall behind you. Keep those abs turned on. Remember, at the bottom, think about hamstrings and glutes. That's what's standing you up. And if you guys are holding the dumbbell on the front of your body, you're getting a little extra bicep pump there, because you're basically holding a flexed curl. Oh, come on. We got crunches, the dumbbell curl crunches, or the standing kind of elbows rotating up ones. 15 reps, I'm gonna go 20s here. 1, and work. Dumbbells start down, leaning back, crunch up, slow on the way back. Come on. Woo. I'm dropping a 15s on the next set. By having that bench on an incline and leaning forward as you do the curl, you're keeping constant tension, because normally if you do an incline curl, there's no weight right here because the arms are just stacked. But if we're here, there's a lot of tension at the bottom while your bicep is long. And then as you come up, you're actually changing the position of your bicep where there's still tension on that bicep at the top because you're leaning forward. So you never get a break. Should hurt like a mother. 8 seconds, team. Set 2. Dumbbell good mornings again. 3, 1. Let's work. Abs tight. Hips back. Squeeze those glutes. And hamstrings get back to the top. Come on. Woo, come on. Deep breath, team, walk it off. We're back to the curls. I'm dropping the weight. You don't have to go heavy here to make this hard. I'm going to 15s. Biceps are getting blown up already. We got more bicep work later too. Today is a bicep heavy day. So if you guys are looking to walk out of here with a little arm pump, you're gonna get it. In 3, 2, 1, lean back, arms are out. As you come up, 15. Short breaks are okay. You can mile rep it or rest pause it if you need to. I got to 10. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna go back for my 5. Get it. Come on. Woo, come on. Oh, that feels good. If you guys are struggling to get through that all in one set, like I said, use a little rest pause or mile rep set, which means you stop for a couple seconds and then you can complete a couple more reps, stop for a couple seconds. 8 seconds, final set, team. If you feel like you got a couple extra good mornings in the tank, go for it. 3, 2, and work. Final sets of these 2. Woo! All right, I'm actually going on the back of the neck. I can't even get the dumbbell off me. 15 seconds. Oh, that wore out my biceps. Sometimes I put it on my neck. Woo! All right, guys, 8 seconds. We're back to curls. Give me a couple extra reps here if you got it. Let's work for that full minute 15 if you can. Unless you're totally cooked. Try to get above 15. That's our goal for some mile reps, even if you gotta take a break. You got 35 seconds left, team. Woo, I'm on 14. Oh. Oh, I got to 18. 3, 1, and work, team. Oh. Whew. We got a 2-minute rest. Let's recover. All right, we're on our final circuit here, guys. If you have a bench, keep it out. We are doing some preacher curl. So actually, let's go through the timing format. 35 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for each movement. We're doing 4 movements essentially. In the first minute, we're doing a preacher curl on the bench. So like I said, more bicep work. So you're gonna have a single dumbbell. I don't know why. Single dumbbell. You're gonna step back and you're gonna let that arm go almost locked out here and then drive back up. 35 seconds of work. We're not going for a timed interval here. Just going nice and slow for 35 seconds. Then we're gonna switch arms and do the same thing on the right arm. Then we're doing a single arm unilateral shrug. You can do this standing or you can do this leaning in too. So you're gonna come in, you're gonna shrug up, nice and slow down. Think about driving that shoulder towards the ceiling and not towards your ear. So you don't want this, you wanna kinda go up and back a little bit. We're gonna go right and left. So that's 4 exercises, 35 seconds each, 25 seconds rest between, actually only a 20-second rest between each movement, 35 seconds rest between rounds for 3 rounds, team, and we are out of here. I'm gonna go light on these preacher curls. I'm gonna go with a 15. And on the shrug, I'm gonna go with a 40. Any questions? If you don't have a bench to do the curl on, you can do a concentration curl. You can just sit down on something, plant that elbow inside of your knees, or you can do it standing up and curl. 10 seconds, team. Right or left arm, whatever arm you want to start with. Let's get after it. In 3, 1, and work. Nice and slow down, drive up, squeeze. 35 seconds. This one's got no cheating. Almost all the way down. Try to let that arm almost lock out and then back up. 3, 1. Rest. Switching arms. In 20. This is kind of an assessment round. We'll see how you feel. Biceps are pretty worn out after those other curls. 6 seconds. Left arm. 4, 2, and work. Nice and slow. Feel that bicep. You can make your bench steeper or lower depending on how hard you want to make it. The steeper it is, the harder it is. Four, 3, 1, rest. I might try 20s next round. That didn't feel too bad. All right, unilateral shrug, team. Just single dumbbell, leaning in. If you don't have something to lean against, you're just gonna do it standing. Or you can lean over a little bit and just try to shrug up and back. 3, 2, 1. Wrap that arm, lean, drive, hold for a second. Two, 1, rest. Switching arms, 20 seconds. Left arm or right arm, whatever the opposite one is. Whew. In 5, come on team. 3, 2, 1, and work. Hold. Big stretch, drive. Two, 1, rest. All right, I'm going up on both of those. I'm going to 20 on the preacher, and I'm gonna go to 45 on the shrug. You're doing the one arm at a time, you can really isolate and feel it, focus on the squeeze. Any questions, team? We good? How we feeling? Whew. 15 seconds. We're back to the preacher curls. I started on my left arm here. I'm gonna go 20 now. Oh no, I started on right arm, I lied. 3, 2, 1, and work. Nice and slow. Come on. Two, one, rest. Whew. 15 seconds, switching arms. Left arm in 6. Come on. 4, 2, 1, and work. Almost a lockout and then back up. Come on. 4, 2, 1, rest. Woo! All right, team. I'm going to 45 on the unilateral shrugs. Let's get ready to work in 3, 2, right arm, and work. Big stretch. Drive and hold. Two, 1, and rest. Ten seconds, team. Woo! In 5, shrugs on the left. 2, 1, and work. Two, 1, rest. One more set, team. I'm gonna stick with 45s there. Let's get it. It's the final round, team. Let's finish strong. Then we just got one more day left this week, a little lower body work to finish off week 1 of this intent program. 15 seconds. I'm going to stick with 20s here. Try to really focus on squeezing, trying to lock out, or not lock out, you're coming just short of lockout. And driving up in 5, 3, 2, and work. Nice and slow down, drive up. Try to keep that dumbbell in your palm, not in your fingertips. Just try to keep that wrist pretty straight if you can, or you can unroll it a little bit, let it cock back. Sometimes that helps you really feel the bicep. If you let your wrist roll back. 3, 2, 1, rest. Oh, I couldn't get up for the last rep. So by letting your wrist go back like this, Sometimes that helps just take the forearm out of it and feel the bicep a little bit more. A little tweak to try if you're having a hard time feeling it in your bicep. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna let my wrist roll back. Back, drive. Come on, 8. 2, 1, and rest. Unilateral shrugs, team. Woo! 6 seconds. 3, 1, work. Two, 1, press. Switching arms. Eight seconds, team. In 3, 2, 1, and work. Come on, squeeze. 2, 1, and done, team. Woo! Oh, day 4 of the Intent program is in the books, guys. Thank you for joining in. I will see you tomorrow for a lower body workout to finish off week 1. Thank you. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.